y'all. Didn't put the title on there. Okay, so we're back with another. We're back with the next part of "They Laughed at Us." Uh, Times of Revelation. They laughed at us, and this will be part four. We're gonna watch another episode or two, possibly, of 704 Hauser. As you can see, we have the Wikipedia page for it up right there for everyone to just check out. We watched. I want to say it was the pilot episode on the last part. And so basically on this series, this is part four. Let's see how quick a review we want to do. Basically on this series, when we're talking about Times of Revelation, they laughed at us. We've been going through different TV shows and sometimes certain interviews that from some that are either in the media or in the industry or they're on TV shows or they're on movies. So the last part we did the pilot episode for this show 704 Hauser. Okay, and it was a spinoff of All in the Family. Um, on the first two parts, we did a couple of different shows. In the first two parts, we did we did an interview Martin Lawrence did on Arsenio Hall's show, and then on one of the parts we did that. But then we also watched on one of the parts we watched A Different World. It was season 1, episode 11, and we also watched on that one. Oh, we watched Room 222 on that one as well, the first episode. So it's interesting. A lot of times they do it on the first season or the first episode, even if it's not always the case. As we'll see if we get to the one when we do Different Strokes. There is one on on almost every show. And by the way, the same guy that wrote there's two we did on one of the other parts as well. We did the most blatant ones. So the Room 222 one and the Different World one weren't as blatant, but if you're someone who pays attention, you'll definitely catch it. Good Times, it was season 1, episode 2. It was called Black Jesus. That was extremely blatant. Sanford and Son, it was called Funny You Don't Look It. Very blatant. Go check out the videos on Salvation and Glory 7 YouTube. Well, if they're not blocked, but go check and see. You know how it is. But and the last part we did 704 Hauser. Now this is probably more like a little more covert style in the fact that, well, this one might be both. This one's different. This show is different. The way it is different. Of course, Norman Lear is Norman Lear was a quote unquote Jewish uh, uh, person or um, and he wrote he did Sanford and Son, Good Times. That's two of the shows we just mentioned. He did this show, 704 Hauser. That's three right there. So if you paid attention to how a lot of his writing is, he loved to throw that stuff in there. As a matter of fact, let's see. let's see what else. Okay, yeah. Okay, it's alive. So he's 99. Wow. So let's see here. Want to make sure. Okay, yeah. So that's him. Yep, that's him. You can read some right there. When we read this the other day, I mean, it was so timely to read it because of what we talked about the day, even about the Ukraine. But what you'll see right here is, and this is just coincidental, meaning it goes together. His mother was originally from Ukraine, and his father's family was from Russia. But it says right up before that he grew up in a quote unquote Jewish house in Connecticut and had a bar mitzvah ceremony. We just look like this, y'all. Funny, you know? Okay, right. So, so you can see he loved to throw a lot of quote unquote racial stuff in his shows to point at who actually was the. But you're gonna see that. We're not gonna get too long of an intro. We just gonna get to it. Y'all gonna see it. Y'all gonna see it. It's that. Hey, we just gonna play it and let y'all see it. Here we go. $704, that's 11. Duality. That's one of their favorite numbers. They love to put out confusion and duality. You see it throughout the show.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Goody! Good morning. I'll leave without you. I really will.
Goody, short for his name was Thurgood on here, by the way, like Thurgood
man
Marshall.
Sitting in his own kitchen on a Saturday morning, having a nice, quiet cup of coffee, black coffee. And all of a sudden, a question occurs to him. Why is there someone named Markowitz yelling in his living room?
I'm sorry, but it's not fair.
She's quote unquote Jewish on the show.
Just these Grey Ranger tickets, and I'm stuck here waiting
just watch it.
You're absolutely right.
It's wild.
Why don't you go home?
I'll keep it down. Goody! It's hard. Let's go.
Now she's got him going to hockey games.
Of course, you know John Amos was on Good Times.
So when have you ever heard of a black man at a hockey game?
Here, wraps this.
Next thing you know, she'll be taken in the temple. And speaking of which, it's Saturday morning. Why isn't she there?
She's probably a reformed Jew. Most of them only go on the high holidays.
I thought if they didn't show up on Saturday morning, God wouldn't let them buy wholesale.
Can't stand them laugh tracks.
It's a joke, Rose. It's a joke. Down at work, Rappaport tells jokes like that himself all the time.
And if he jumped off a roof, would you jump too? Don't even think about it. Once before crab cakes came out.
Now watch this. She wouldn't let her. She wouldn't let her. Oh, sorry about that.
Rangers versus Red Wings, 6 rows.
Why don't we all put on our cardigans, pile into our Range Rover, be sure to lock the door when we drive through the colored neighborhood?
What are you trying to say now? Hockey is white?
My heavens, no, son. Why would I ever say that? Just because black people don't play it, we don't announce it, we don't referee it, we don't even watch it. There'll be 2 things in the garden that's black today: you and the puck.
There you go again. If you would stop seeing everything as black or white, maybe it wouldn't be a problem anymore.
She let her son eat
Oh,
it.
good.
Mm-mm. Disrespecting the husband. That ain't how it's supposed to go.
Hey,
The
wait a
husband
minute.
and the wife want flesh.
Come here.
Hey, they.
Now let me understand this. All I have to
Good
do is
talks
close
in the
my
house.
eyes and racism disappears.
If you would stop seeing it everywhere, it would help.
A couple of 100 years ago, you'd have thought the slave ships were just a wonderful opportunity for travel.
We've come a long way since then, Pop. Too bad you didn't come with us.
Goody, you had to go into the kitchen and start this?
I didn't start. The reflexive liberal here started it.
Yes, but if you were on time, it wouldn't have happened. I've been waiting for you for a half hour. You gotta stop running on CPT.
On what?
Yeah, she said that.
CPT, son.
She
It means
said.
colored people's time. It's a term we black people use.
I know what it means. I know it taught it to you, Shirley, but it's only something we use when we're putting ourselves on.
Well, why can't I put you on?
Because when you use it, it comes across like black people are always late.
Well, aren't you? It was a joke. Goody, it was a joke.
Just remember who wrote this show.
Didn't you, Mr. Cumberbatch?
It wasn't no quote unquote black folk.
This is ridiculous. When you told me about colored people's time, we're exchanging put downs, and I told you a lot of nasty things that some Jews call other Jews.
Like what?
Yinta, Mamza, Goyashaka.
Exactly.
The point is, I never used one of them on you, and you shouldn't use CPT.
Oh, well, you caught me, Goody. I've spent the past 5 months dating you, seeing you morning, noon, and night so that I could maybe sneak in a racial slur.
Figures.
Pop, do you mind? We could use a little privacy.
Yeah, do what I did. Buy a house.
All right. I'm
Yep,
sorry.
good
I
point.
didn't know I wasn't supposed to use it. You never told me
I
that.
figured you were sensitive enough to know the difference.
Well, I guess I wasn't. Forgive me for being imperfect. I didn't mean to imply that all African Americans are late. Just you.
You see, the game hasn't even started yet. What are you talking about?
Have fun, kids. Don't fight.
She tried to dress it up, then. She tried to dress it up.
Almost time for kickoff.
Once again, remember who wrote this?
Damn.
Who directed this show? Let me say that.
Hi, I'm Candace Robertson. Did you have 5 minutes to hear about a new product that could just change your life?
Lady, I got the house all to myself. I got 3 football games on cable. Nobody's got a product that good.
Oh, you look like you used to play a little football yourself.
Yeah, Amo did.
A little. How about 2 years all city?
Ooh, with that great physique? I'm not surprised. When was that? About 5 years ago?
No, more like 10.
You mind if I come in, or is this really a bad time?
No, just a stupid football game.
Oh, he's feeling good
Show
now.
me,
ain't
Mr.
Cumberbatch. Ernie.
Ernie. That's the diminutive
Cumber.
of Ernest.
May I?
he? Like something cumber in the ground.
Anyway, Ernest, this is the first new encyclopedia published in this country in decades. The New World.
Uh-huh.
Do you happen to have a student in the house?
She said the New World.
Won't
Did
help
you
me
catch
get
it?
rid of
Like the New World Order. Oh, it's a different world.
I see your point. So where does he go?
Bradford, he's in business school.
Oh, that's nice. I'll bet he's a lot like you.
You lose that bet.
Well, he'll just love this, Ernest.
Yep.
Every volume is leather-bound, designed for a lifetime of use, with a fast, easy-to-use index, and updated with the most complete yearbook of its kind.
Sounds good. Sounds expensive, too.
Around $2,100. I know it sounds expensive, but I'm sure we can customize a payment plan that you can afford. Oh, Thomas Sowell.
Somebody laugh for real.
Do you
man.
read him?
Are you kidding? That conservative trash? My son, the student, reads that.
Oh, and who do you like?
Marion Wright Edelman, Cornell West, Jesse Jackson. Your face is much prettier when it is all squinched up like that.
I'm sorry. Like, and I know that the customer is always right, but when I hear someone putting down Thomas Sowell to pick up Edelman, West, and Jackson, really? Mr. Cumberbatch, don't you think that obsessing on rights and entitlements is the wrong way to approach our social problems? All I'm saying is, when someone's hungry, instead of giving them lobster, why not teach them how to fish for themselves?
Unless, of course, they've been down so long they already ate their bait. But you wouldn't care about them.
Hey, don't make it sound like conservatives don't have hearts.
Oh, I didn't say that. It's just that their hearts are very small. And like triple plays in baseball, you don't see them that often.
Yeah, it's clear I'm not going to make a sale in this house.
You got that right.
Unless, of course, you'd be willing to set aside our political differences and think only about what's good for your son.
He looked down at her like
Do
that.
you like hockey? Does your boyfriend like hockey?
I don't have a boyfriend.
Well, maybe my son does need a new encyclopedia.
What?
Yeah, but it's a big
Oh,
decision. It
man,
involves the
look
whole
how she
family.
looked, man.
Could you come back later?
Really?
Yeah, I'd like my son to see what you got.
Now you acting like how they were acting on Coming to
So we say
America.
about 7?
Uh-huh.
Great. Bye. Yeah, she's single, she's conservative, and she's black. Nah, she couldn't be Jewish.
Oh, I know you caught it. I know you caught it. We gotta pause it there. We gotta pause it there. I know you heard it. Like the song, I know you see it. I know you heard it. Oh, I know you heard it. Oh. Oh no. Boy, they wild. And then they throw the laugh. Let's run it back. You gotta hear the laugh track too. We talked about this on the first 2 parts. When they do it, when they really want it, that's why we called this Times of Revelation. They laughed at us. Because right when they really do say what some actually is, they throw the laugh track in and say, nah. The deal of it all. 704 Houser Street. Right? We talked about that when we just said the quick review earlier. We talked about that, the different strokes, not different strokes. That episode is interesting actually with that one is. We'll say it real quick. I think it's season 6, episode like 20 or something, but we'll get to that when they love to do the numbers. But like we said, it's on room 222, right, which equals 6. But yeah, the pilot episode of that one, it's on that one, which is first episode, obviously. Like we said, a lot of times they like to do it in season 1. Some shows they'll do it and they'll do like season 6 if they go that long. This one only had Cole inside only. It had 6 episodes and 1 unaired. I think, which really is supposed to be, but it was 6. So, wow. So the Good Times, what I want. Thank you, Lord. That's what I want to say. Good Times was season 1, episode 2. 2 for them a lot of times is 1, and 1 is 11. 1 plus 1 is 2 for them. That's division. That's still in their. Okay. These are that don't follow the Lord Jesus Christ. This is why we this. These are quote unquote which people that do that so with localism or sundry others that they don't follow the Lord. but they'll throw stuff in there and put the laugh track on. So, but just ha ha hee 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 key like when somebody say something, you don't even think it's all that funny, and you be like, they be laughing, you be like, key, yeah, that's what that is. That's what that is. Right in the face. This a 1994 show. We pulled up the thing and showed that on the this from 94. And this the second show he was on with Norman where they did that. You know he was on Good Times. You know he was James Evans. James Jacob. Are we there? Yeah, that's right. That's his name. That was his name on there. James Jacob, right? Jack. Oh, come on, man. That's what we doing. So his son name was Michael. Anyway, that's for another thing. But the point is this: you see how they threw that loud track and again right when they had he thought about like, that's what they do. But then they'll give you the girlfriend, his son on the show, quote unquote, is quote unquote Jewish. Jewish. Oh, we got more. This one, if somebody really didn't know what they was, it would have messed with them. The Sanford song one would have messed because it's like they dragged him and played him through the show and then turned it around. At least them on these when he didn't think they was at Fred for a little bit on there actually thought he was. And then they laugh it off. They laugh it off.
He on
Oh, I didn't even know you could just pull you up there.
what?
I just thought
I
they had
just
to like
heard it,
ask or something.
and he just pulled me on his program.
But I didn't see you today, so it's good to see you there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can definitely hear you.
Well, I'm getting ready to go to work, but we are definitely listening, and I'm just telling you what you're saying. This is worthwhile because we need to get to the place that we understand not only we made fun of, but we have become the byword of the scripture.
Right.
And the reason that we're the byword is because we act like the byword. There's time for us to rise, just like when Moses told the people to rise up, the Lord. It's time for us to rise up for him. Because we're playing too much.
Right.
We're playing. There's nothing funny. There's nothing funny about continually being squashed. There's nothing about our children over the years being kidnapped and sold to slavery. And I want to tell you now, I believe the Lord let me see the hours that I spent in the last couple of days looking at the kidnapping of our children. This is what they've done in our schools. This is what they've done. They've kidnapped our children's mind. TV, school, college, make us hate the Most High, make us hate our culture. And now you showing this, they don't stop. They don't stop. So if I don't say anything, that don't mean we're not listening. Okay? And if I can figure out how to make this face stop showing, maybe somebody else will say something, but you know who I'm talking about. She ain't into having her face all over everything, okay?
Right.
Because all I was trying to do was do a written reply, and it said I had to rotate my phone, and then I saw my face. Why my face got to show? You know what I look like. So I'm gonna, you're not gonna see my face, but that don't mean I'm not listening. I hope you show a lot of different clips if you got them ready to pull up. And lastly,
we got a whole nother episode. They did it on the same show.
I want to tell you this before I get in my truck. The way you're using your iPad, the way you figured out how to use your iPad, I don't know how you did it, but it's working for you, okay?
Oh, yeah. Thank the Lord.
All right, I'm through talking.
Yeah, and it when he start talking to his son and some of the conversations, it's like, dude, like he's gonna be looking at the son like, really? And it's like it sounds like the same stuff that we're talking about, how they want to not acknowledge critical race theory and CRT and all that. Like his own son, who is quote unquote black, which we saw him earlier, but he gonna come back in. He gonna be like, dude, really? We'll play it. Let's play it.
Yeah, she's single, she's conservative, and she's black. Nah, she couldn't be Jewish.
He said that. He really said that. Oh, boy,
Every time
they put the clapping on instead of the laughing that time. But even then.
Don't you know he dropped?
But usually they do the clap or the laugh track. But to do the claps and go into the thing, they still trying to be like, oh, don't listen to
My
that.
favorite pan. Then 4 people showed up that weren't on the guest list. 2 of them were vegetarians.
Ooh, that hurts.
So I scraped the Dijon off the chicken, dumped some croutons out the salad, yanked some carrots out of that souffle, and called it California Dreaming. 3 people asked for my card.
Oh, that's my Rose. Always thinking on her feet. And after all that, she still comes home looking beautiful as ever.
That's supposed to be where I'm looking beautiful as ever.
That too, baby. That too.
Ernest, it's been a long day.
I don't want to break into it now. I just want to make a reservation.
What are you so up about anyway? Goody decided to give up Sherilyn?
No? But baby, has it ever occurred to you that Goody's politics and his dating habits are just a cry for help?
No. What's going on, Ernest?
Baby, life is crazy sometimes, ain't it? Sometimes you just can't buy a basket and then plop. Something good drops through the hoop just when you least expect it.
Ernest, have you been in my cooking, Sherry?
Baby, I couldn't get this high on anything out of a bottle.
Uh-oh. She's back.
Hi! Is this a good time?
Come on in, my
She
son.
was so happy.
Well, hi! You must be Mrs. Ernie. I'm Candace Robertson. Ernie?
Candace Owens.
Candace is selling this great new
Oh, I
encyclopedia.
just thought about it.
World of knowledge right here in your own home, Rose. May I call you Rose? 36 volumes over 50,000 pages. How nice! Ernie! Kitchen! Now!
I'll be right back. You just go ahead and spread out your stuff.
Oh, man, you doing it. Coming to America, laugh.
You work all day down in Rappaport. Moonlight at night in your own garage. I'm up to 3 catering jobs a week, and you're buying encyclopedias. $1,000 here, $1,000 there.
$2,100. Rose, it ain't the damn encyclopedias I'm thinking about. Look again. She's good as age. She's good as color. And when she opens her mouth, the same dumbass ideas come out. I got the saving, Rose. Blacks and whites live in 2 different worlds. Goody and Sherilyn are as different as night and day.
But night and day do meet, Ernest.
At dusk, Rose. You like dusk, Rose? That's when the worst accidents happen.
I don't like tricks, Ernest. Your son is going to see right through this.
Think ahead, Rose. If something doesn't stop this, you could end up catering Goody and Sherilyn's wedding. You ready for your son to marry outside of his race?
She is a cute little thing, isn't she?
Yes, and she's nice.
What a
You don't like
fly.
her. She reminds me of you.
Just noticed that. Huh. Everyone those duality
Ready when you
symbols.
are. Can I get you something? Have you eaten?
Oh, no. Thank you. I'm so glad you asked me back this evening instead of tomorrow. I'd really hate to miss church on Sunday.
If you saw the first episode, you know why the mama looking like this.
Here he is now.
Which was the last part we had
I
up
got
here.
someone I
If
want you
check
to
it out.
meet. Later, Dad. I'm not in the mood. Oh, what's the matter, son? Nothing wrong between you and Sherilyn, is it? We
Never stopped fighting.
Last part
Before the third period,
we had on
those were such
Facebook.
good seats. She hasn't called, has she? Who? Stop it, Pop. You sure she didn't call, Mom?
Guess not, honey. I'll go make us all some tea.
Well, maybe I got something here to cheer you up. Candace Robinson is my son, Goody.
Hi, I represent the New World Encyclopedia. If you're having trouble with a relationship, we have a whole section here on Leo Buscaglia and John Bradshaw.
She's selling encyclopedias?
Yeah, sit down, take a look, son. Open yourself up to a whole new experience.
I can vouch for these as a student myself.
Oh? Where?
Columbia, Poli-Sci. Oh, right. You must be the one who reads Thomas Sowell.
Don't tell me you're the other one.
Uh-huh.
Hey. Aren't these things real expensive, Pop?
Son, you can't put a price on education.
So tell me, how long have you been reading Thomas Sowell?
I heard him speak when I was 17. My father's a real 60s liberal. I had to lie and tell him I was going to a James Brown concert.
I hear you. When my father found that I was reading Thomas Sowell and Shelby Steele, he checked my birth certificate for loopholes.
Don't you love knowing that in every election for the rest of our lives, we'll be canceling out our father's votes?
Yep.
No, don't you get up. You can't stay put.
I'm right there like coming to America. Yeah, dude.
Hi, Mr. Cumberbatch.
Sick the dog.
Is Goody home yet?
Mhm.
Yeah, you know, your son, the one that's ruining his life, dating a white woman.
But you said, we're looking at encyclopedias here.
Later, Pop. I'm sorry.
Me too.
Glad you got my message. I was such a schmendrick.
Oh. I shouldn't have taught you that word. You're not a schmendrick. A schmendrick is like a guy, like a...
We better stop with the language lessons.
Yeah.
Come on, it's cold.
You know, I made up my mind coming over here, Goody, never again. I never want to fight like that again.
Oh, don't be all, man.
Who's she?
Oh, no.
I'm Candace Robertson. I'm with the New World Encyclopedia.
Miss Robertson was in the neighborhood and she just stopped by to show us her wares. Miss Robertson, would you care to continue with the demonstration?
Well, there's not that much left to say, really. The brochures are all here. The features are self-evident. It'll last you a lifetime, and it's completely up to date. Even has a section on Clarence Thomas and Anita Hill. If you
here
want to
you go.
find Anita Hill, just look under self-promoters.
Amen, sister.
Amen? You say amen to an attack on Anita Hill?
Don't tell me you believed her.
Like you don't believe I believed her.
there you
Listen,
go.
Clarence Thomas may have snowed that line of white male schmendrick senators. Not me.
Well, it's obvious, Goody. At least one woman here thinks the way you do.
Okay, why would Anita Hill lie? She's a law professor, not a bimbo. Nothing personal.
Anita Hill lied because Thomas dumped her. And hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Or a mother watching her son make a complete fool of himself.
Don't you ever get tired of all that feminist rhetoric? Well, here's one woman who isn't afraid to go beyond it. Anita Hill was a liar and a sellout.
Whoa, hold on there a minute. It's one thing to be ignorant, it's another thing to be proud of it.
I wish you hadn't gone down that road, Candace.
Anita Hill was up there for you, sweetheart, and you don't even have the sense to see it.
Well, let's be fair, Mom. Clarence Thomas was up there, too, and a whole lot of us believed him all the way.
Yeah, you, Bush, Curly, and Mo.
Hey, you're all missing the point. That woman tore a black man to pieces on national television, and no sister has the right to drag a brother down in front of the whole world.
Clarence Thomas was no brother of mine.
talking about a brother and a sister. It's about a man and a woman. Can't you see? Black people, especially black women, aren't going to get anywhere as long as we keep defining ourselves as different. I don't have to define myself. I know exactly who I am. I come from women who worked in other people's fields, raised other people's children, cleaned other people's houses, and then went home and did the same things for themselves. That's the history of black women, and no other woman can say that. So you be careful, little girl, because if you give up your history to get where you're going to be nobody when you get there. Why do all liberals sound like a collection of bumper stickers? You're living in the past, lady. No. Darling, I respect my past, but I have big questions about your future. I'll pray for you.
Don't worry, Pop. I know how much you love that encyclopedia. I know how much knowledge means to you, but look at
Oh, forget those damn books. I never wanted them in the first place.
Don't you think I knew that?
Don't you think we knew that?
We're not idiots. We saw what you were doing.
Good, it's just that there's options out there, sir. I wanted you to have a little taste of sweet potato pie before you settle for matzo balls.
Do you know how insulting this is? We're not children, you know.
Mr. Cumberbatch, can I ask you one question? Do you ever forget about race? Did you ever see me as human instead of just white?
Did y'all people ever see
How can I
us
look at
as
you and
you?
not see that you're white?
Have y'all ever been 3/5 of a
You
person?
never for 1 minute forget
Have
your
you,
black.
were you put on shoes by the other group?
Being black in America is like wearing real tight shoes. No way you ever stop thinking about it.
Well, we acting like we was y'all.
Well, I don't believe people are one-dimensional. You're not just an African American. You're a stubborn American. You're a hard-working American. You're an opinionated American. You're a large American. And we're not going to stop
How
until
about you
you're
tell him what he
a
really is?
American.
How about that?
Don't you just love her, Pop?
She's got a point, Ernest. Be honest now. Forgetting skin color. Between these two girls, which one do you like better?
The black one. At least you knew when to leave.
Yeah, read the credits. Yes, read the credits. Yes, read all them names. Read it. Read it, read it, read it. I mean, old girl was just able to slide to the corner of the room. They just stopped saying something to her. They were done with her. They went in on old girl. It was like, no, both of them was supposed to get it. Both of them. Both of them. Oh man. Y'all ain't seen it all yet. Y'all heard the gist of what we really needed to see was the part when he said, no, she couldn't be Jewish, talking about Wendy Raquel Robinson's character on there, Candace. Candace. Oh, snap. Oh, hold on, I ain't catch that when I watched it. that time today, man. It's like watching it see it like, well, that's funny because I watched a bit before I came too, and it's that's wild. They be predictive programming hard, but yeah, that's crazy. That's so crazy. Let's move to the third and last of our one on this 704 Housers show. Cumberbatch, right? Cumber. Let's just look at the word cumber real quick. Hamper or hinder. All right. A hindrance, obstruction, burden. We talked about like when we said something cumbereth the ground, right? Remember, their names are Cumberbatch. Just keep that in mind. Okay. Let's go to the next episode. This one. For this one is also so pertinent for today's time, especially when you hear the term CRT, critical race theory, and they don't want, quotes on quotes, black to say anything about what has been to us in this country. They don't want you to talk about it. Now, what this man own son, who quote unquote act on the show, right? He finna sound like them. We're gonna hit play. We're gonna let you look at it. We're gonna let you look at it. Play.
You can't hide up there forever, Ernest Cumberbatch. Come on down here and try on these jackets.
Rose, I think I'm coming down with something.
Now this one is close to this is close to a blatant one. It's mighty close.
I woke up with this pain in my neck.
A real sharp pain.
Yeah.
Is it shooting out your back and going all the way down your leg?
Yeah, coming up the back and going out the other side. This could be serious, Rose. What do you think it is?
It sounds like an acute case of trying to get out of going to church tomorrow. And don't even try.
Oh, but Rose.
Ernest, I don't want to hear any more about it. You promised that you'd go to church with your family, and you are going.
Rose, that was before they lifted the blackout on the Knicks game tomorrow. It's going to be on TV, Rose. It's sold out.
So you promised to your family is
Now
with
see
us.
how they make it with the man, like he care about sports more than they put on the show. That's what they be doing.
Rose,
Making fun.
I don't think you understand how important this game is. While we're sitting there listening to Reverend Solomon,
I'm talking about the
10 to 1,
Jesus
God's
Christ.
going to be at home watching the Knicks.
This is important to me, Ernest. It's
Remember, he was
Family
like
and
that on
Friends
Good
Day.
Times as well.
And
Flow
that's just
Rider
why
was
I
the
wanna
one
stay
that
home,
would,
Rose.
Huh?
For the
even
family.
though on the Black Jesus episode, she was all confused on
together before his politics and his girlfriend came between us.
Man, it's wild.
I figured
Yes,
watching the
sir.
game tomorrow with my son would be something we could share. I don't care nothing about no basketball game, Rose. It's quality time with the boy.
Spread it on the geraniums, Ernest. But don't track it in my house. You know how much I look forward to Family and Friends Day. It gives me a chance to show off my two men.
Yeah, but Rose, I don't have anything to wear. I mean, look at this. The cleaners ruined all my sports coats.
No.
How? The nasty cleaners forced you to eat all those jelly donuts? Well, you need a new one anyway. I never liked those.
Morning.
Morning, Goody. Just who I need. I want you to take your father down to Fineman's and help him buy a new sports coat for Family and Friends Day tomorrow.
I can buy my own coat.
Sure he can, Mom. He bought that.
Don't make me hurt you, son.
You need him to shop with you, Ernest. You know you're colorblind.
So what do I have to take him? He
Ernest
can't even
goes to
tell light from dark.
Ernest goes to shop.
Nice going, Pop. I always enjoy a little dig at Sherilyn before my coffee.
You two are not getting off that easy. Now, I'd go with you myself, but I have a lot of cooking to do before church tomorrow.
Then we have to go right now. Sherilyn's picking me up in a few hours, and we're going to her synagogue.
You
For
did just hear
synagogue.
that.
Why does Sammy Davis Jr. come to mind?
You did just hear that too.
I've never seen their services, and it's a part of her life I don't know anything about.
Here's $2. Go rent Yentl.
Let's hit the pause, but I know you heard it. I know you heard it. And then, for anybody who don't know why he made a Sammy Davis Jr. reference, if you recall, Sammy Davis Jr. played in some movie, I believe it was called Poor Devil or something. He played that role like oh man. If you also don't recall that, again, he still had what converted to Judaism or something, but let's look at it for ourselves here. Let's see. I don't remember his name, but it'll come up. Yeah, let's look at this together, shall we? Samuel George Davis Jr. December 8, 1925 through May 16, 1990. Ah, they had it on there. I thought so. But let's just look right here a little bit. Cause you know something here. It says Davis was born on December 8, 1925 in the Harlem section of Manhattan in New York City, the son of African-American entertainer and stage performer Sammy Davis Sr., 1900 through 1988. Wow, you're born. And tap dancer and stage performer Elvira Sanchez, 1905 through 2000. Wow, she outlived her Sammy Davis. Yeah. That Eddie lived 2 years. Wow, 2 years less, or 2 years. Let me say it's not 2 years less age-wise, but only 2 years before his. Yeah. Okay, then it's saying his parents were vaudeville dancers. Okay, so let's roll up here a little bit. We're gonna roll to what it was we were saying. All right, here we go. Here we go. There it is. Just check out the picture. Why? Go over there and kiss this and bob their head against it. Okay. It says accident and conversion. Just look at the duality and confusion in this one. And it's exactly what they in the show. It's exactly what they put in Sanford and Son. Funny you don't get. As if the people who are actually the people of the tribe of Judah, the people of Israel, so have to convert to a false religion to then be considered a quote-unquote Jew. That's not how that works. You have to actually be descended from Judah, who was a real person. One more time. Judah was a real person. Judah was a real person. Judah was a real person. It's not by converting it to religionism, okay? Which isn't even what would have been what our forefathers would. Let's put it like this. would have been, except for when there were some among Judah that was getting in the Babylonian stuff was mixed, and they followed the Babylonian mood and traditions of the elders, like in Matthew 15, where Jesus checked them and said, why do you make the commandment of God of none effect by your traditions? Okay, so let's say you become, let's say that someone was a stranger, meaning someone not born of Judah, someone not born in Israel, and they joined, and they joined to the covenant. They became a convert. They don't then replace the whole group of the tribe. They are not did that. For example, with Herod, it still said he was an Idumean, right? Herod, like, was never supposed to have been able to reign over. He was never supposed to be able to do that. There was never supposed to be a king over it that was not of their brethren. Come on. Now we know Rome put him in. Rome put him in that. But he was a convert, and it still made a distinction that he was an Idumean. It didn't say he was a Jew, quote unquote. It didn't say he was a Judite. That's not what it said. That's not what it said. It said he was a Ephraimite. Okay, that need to be said. Because it's foolery to go and come to something that ain't even the belief, the aid of your verse. Anyway. Just to then want to become but no, them people to be something they could be. So yeah, since they run it, like we talked about on the other one, since they run them media, since they running them shows, we already showed you what normal was. We already showed you. We showed you in the credits on Sanford and Son. It had on the episode with the funny you don't look it. It said Rabbi such and such. We can't make this go. What they doing a Sanford and Son show, Sanford and Son show. Ain't you supposed to be a teacher? Ain't you supposed to be over there promoting writing? I mean, if you are, really. Now, like we just stated, what y'all really follow, but the point is this. If you was really supposed to be a teacher or, really following, the word of God, really following the Lord, you wouldn't be over there making no daggum show like Sanford and Son. And then you sure wouldn't be over there making fun, which you did. No, where was the call out on that one? Where was the call out on that one? But just like they said on the show 704 House we were just hearing, it said some of them are reformed. Oh, so some of you could just sometimes do this and sometimes you alone to yourself, partner. I ain't doing what y'all claim y'all do. That ain't hot. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Hold on. That ain't even, no. I want y'all to see that whole thing. Run that up. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Right, and putting that little thing on the back. Come on, man. This is the same thing. The same thing to do the Catholic. Really? Man, let's read. Read. Personal life. This Sammy Davis Jr. right here. Accident and conversion. Davis nearly died in an automobile accident on November 19th, 1954 in San Bernardino, California, as he was making a return trip from Las Vegas to Los Angeles. During the previous year, he had started a friendship with comedian and host Eddie Cantor, who had given him a mezuzah. Instead of putting it by his door as a traditional blessing, Davis wore it around his neck for good luck. Oh, boy, you done put on a good luck. Boy, you done put on, no, sir, no, sir. The only time he forgot it was the night of the accident. Also, now he definitely finna be believing that it was a protection. Boy, And it showed like that's a trick. The trick of the accident occurred at a fork in the road. Watch this, in U.S. Route 66, of course, right? At K. John Boulevard and Kendall Drive, when a driver who missed turning at the fork, catch it, because in that report, devil, it was some in there from nothing, and with a pitch. Continue. Backed up her car in Davis's lane, and Davis drove into her car. Davis consequently lost his left eye. Oh boy, didn't even know this was coming up. Y'all know it was a rapper in the quote unquote honeys with TLC, whose name was that, and y'all know she passed in a mysterious way as well. That was in the industry. Okay, yes, that's coincidence. Believe that. You better, yeah, and she was quote unquote kind of in what people call African or black or rural as well, and off into one of them, went off into believing one of them false beliefs as well. But let's continue. He lost his left eye to the bullet-shaped horn, in a standard feature in 1954 and 1955 Cadillacs. His friend, actor Jeff Chandler, said he would give one of his own eyes to keep Davis from total blindness. Davis wore an eye patch for at least 6 months following the accident. It would be that number. Let's continue. He was featured with the patch on the cover of his debut album and appeared on What's My Line wearing the patch. Later, he was fitted for a glass eye, which he wore for the rest of his life. In the hospital, Eddie Cantor described to Davis the similarities. Oh my goodness. If y'all read ahead or read faster than me, y'all already saw this. I was not ready for that, but should have known. Just like there's a book, but it's called The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews. Would you look at this? Boy, oh boy. And you wonder why you can't talk about one. You wonder why. Oh, really it. I could care less if you said something that I do. I would be like, go ahead, do the proof, do the right. If I'm tall and you say, oh man, you short, we looking at you, it'd be like, man, let me censor. Be like, boy, you sound stupid. Yeah, bro. Like, you 6'7", man, you short. And Buddy's like 5'10". What are you talking about? Right, that's what are you talking about? You gotta censor him, he just sounds stupid. Right. If you really is, you ain't worried about it. If you really is, you ain't gotta do all the extra stuff. That's hate. You said, no, it's because you know. It's because you know. And when we get back to this episode, you're gonna see some. You're gonna see some stuff on this episode. You're gonna be like, are they serious? Even with what Goody gonna say on that, it's gonna sound like it's gonna sound so much like what we be hearing nowadays. Not even funny. Remember that show was 1994. Let's continue though. So we're looking at Sammy Davis Jr.'s with right now, and it's talking about some in his life. Let's continue though. In the hospital, Eddie Cantor described to Davis the similarities between Jewish and Black cultures. We need more people on here for this, y'all. Y'all got to share this and tell me. Look, this is wild, man. I'll just let it go and look him where they mention it, because would have just kept on. They didn't even do this other time. I watched it right before. I don't watched it other times, but I watched it right before. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, but it's other stuff is getting. That's how to do. He good like that. He have you find stuff. Davis, born to Davis, born to a Catholic mother and Baptist father, began studying Jewish history, converting to Judaism several years later in 1961. One passage from his readings from the book A History of the Jews by Abram L. Sakar, describing the endurance of the Jewish people. Oh, really? Interested him in particular. The Jews would not die. 3 millennia, bruh, it's so hard to read. 3 millennia of prophetic teaching had given them an unwavering spirit of resignation and had created in them a will to live which no disaster could crush. You mean your people? Not the people you're trying to convert and be with alike? Yeah, of course they're going to say similarities between, because they know who actually went, yeah, it wasn't them, it wasn't them. The accident marked a turning point in Davis's career, taking him from pay attention, from a well-known entertainer to a national celebrity. Oh yeah, you go and do that. Yeah, of course you're gonna go up. Didn't we just tell y'all who run all them things? Yeah, you go convert today. You convert to that false religion. You go follow say, yeah, they gonna boo your tail up. What you mean? Of course. Yeah, they want you to be out there looking like a fool. And they laugh at you and say funny, and then funny you don't look it. What it must have been the real life of the shows they were showing? Boy. Yeah, of course. Then it's talking about down here, after his marriage imploded, Davis turned to alcohol and found solace in drugs, particularly cocaine and amyl nitrite, and experimented briefly with Satanism and pornography. You heard it. You heard it. Well, when we already converted and went and did the stuff, already had win on the other team. Was already on the other team. That your next step, if you gonna take another step. But it's like it's already off on your own. Like the Habish song, but that's sad. Back to the show, y'all. That
What do I do with him, Mom?
Take him shopping. Fireman opens at 9 on Saturday.
And let's make it quick. And if you got to wear one of those funny little caps that they wear in the synagogue, we can stop at Beanies by Bubba.
you already got one.
Charlotte embroidered this one for me. Ross?
Go on shopping, Ernest. I don't care about the coat. It's quality time with the boy.
Take it off. I'm not looking down the street with you with that thing of
Jealous, really. And then you don't just walk up in somebody's house like this, though.
Is anybody
Like,
home?
really?
Hello?
You ain't that comfortable.
The front door is not locked. This is New
As in,
York.
they are
That
not
is a
that cool
no-no.
with you like that.
Oh, Sherilyn. Hi, Mrs. Cumberbatch. The door was open. Oh, I just picked up the paper. I thought I closed it. Goody and his father went shopping. They haven't come back yet.
This acting
Oh.
was like,
Oh, would you like to sit down? Yeah, thank you. You know, it's funny. As much days I spent here, this is the first time we've been alone together. Wow. Yeah. Wow. You have something on your mind?
Well, since we're here,
Do you think we could ever be close? Should we be?
well, I don't know. We have a lot in common.
We do.
Well,
There it is
Yeah.
on the slick. They got a lot of common.
we're
We just read.
both women.
She just didn't say it.
And we live in New
afterwards.
York.
Yes.
What else?
Well, we both love Goody.
Are you thirsty?
Yeah, but I'll go.
No, me.
Oh, please sit.
No, you.
I think I'll wait.
Fine. Are you sure you don't want to talk about me and Goody? No. Not necessarily. Well, now that you bring it up. You're taking him to temple with you today, huh?
Yeah, we thought it'd be fun. That's okay, isn't it?
Oh, it's fine. Fine. It's just that I'm a little curious, though. When you people go to temple and you don't pray to Jesus, what is it that you all do there?
Watch what she say. Watch this.
Oh, well, we have our God and our Torah and
Did you hear
kings and
that?
prophets and fabulous stories, but you know, Jesus was Jewish. So in a way, we're all Jewish.
Oh, I know you heard it.
No, never.
Look how they. We're only 7 minutes 5 seconds in to this episode, and they dropping bombs. They dropping bombs. Yes, she said it, and then said, "Oh, we're all." No, the one you talking to will be a true Judah. You know. But see, that's just like that. When they be like, can we all get along like that? Like, oh, we all are just with the no, ma'am. No. Cause you already heard her say, we have our God, our own God. You just heard her say it. Then she had to then run around, turn and say, oh, but you know, what do you mean by, because he sure wasn't doing them, because hey, matter of fact, he was roasting, yes, roasting them boys that was following them customs. Now she said that they follow, so they got to make sure they did. But the other stuff, these stuff that don't even be into, and they don't even be consistently going like that. And if you saw the first episode, you saw how she was trying to make Goody. But hey, which is on part 3. So you have to go through on this Facebook page, here. Scroll a little bit, you'll find part 3, and you'll be able to see it on there. Part 3 of Times of Revelation. They laughed at us. For some reason, I didn't title this. But I think I didn't title it. But so, and then she said, you didn't think about that? And she was like, no, never. As if. And then the laugh to make fun, like, oh, you never thought that you were actually no, never. I never. That's actually what in the way they say it, and they have to put a track that everybody just and blow it off. Remember, this is called 704 Hauser Street. Dude, all they gonna be doing is just trying to confuse
Me either.
and make jokes. You hear the laugh,
Stories, but you know, Jesus was Jewish. So in a way,
We're all Jewish. Have you ever thought about that? No, never. Me either. May I ask you a question, Cheryl? Does it mean something special when you take a boy to synagogue with you? No, not really. We just thought it would be fun if Goody came with me today and I went with you to church tomorrow for Family and Friends Day. What? Oh. Didn't he tell you? No. I think I would have remembered that. Well, you know, I don't think that Goody intended to make any kind of grand statement or anything. He just... Family and Friends Day. Of course, that's all it is. I mean, Goody's a long way from making any grand statement. I mean, a long, long way. You know, Goody, he's got lots of school left. He's starting a career. I mean, a long, long way. I'm sorry this is so uncomfortable for you, Mrs. Cumberbatch. I know Goody and I did not take the easiest path. But love doesn't come with a compass. And it sure doesn't come with a color chart. What's wrong,
Man.
honey?
I need a cup of coffee, Rose.
I'll get it. What happened? Where's your new coat?
I didn't buy one. I tried on a gray herringbone, but I hope they choke on it. I hope the whole lot of them choke on all the herringbones.
Get ready, y'all.
White folks.
It's gonna
Damn
ramp
white
up.
people.
Somebody paging me? Maybe you shouldn't talk like that with her.
Why not, Rose? No, she's dating a black man. She ought to know what it is we go through. What color is
Yes.
your money,
Go on,
Caroline?
say something.
Cheryl,
That's right.
Whatever.
it's green.
Green. What color do you think mine is?
Green.
And whose money is the greenest?
Nobody's.
Nobody's. So my green money is worth as much as your green money.
Ernest!
Okay, Rose. Now you tell me, why do stores open up every day?
To sell their wares?
And to take our money, which is all the same no matter who's holding it. Hey, am I moving too fast for you ladies?
No, you're going too slow. Now, you're not about to tell us that they refused to wait on you. What, you couldn't get anybody's attention?
Oh, I got attention, all right. I had my very own security guard.
Security guard?
Barney Fife, Rose. The man was on me like grease on a burger.
Why you?
Really?
My tan was a
She
shade too
even
dark
looked
for his
at
taste.
Like, you really asked that?
Damn white people. I'm sorry, it's just that some white people's mentality is so pea-brained. I remember one time, Goody and I were going to this restaurant.
Do you mind? This is my white folks story.
Did you hear? You see how they be trying to take over the conversation about it? Like they went through it. No, let that man tell the story.
Shopping all over the store, Rose. Nobody
And I'm
bothered
in
me.
at that,
A
too.
black man walks in and everything goes off except the smoke alarm.
Oh, Ernest, that is so humiliating.
Tell me about it, baby. Goody's always making excuses for discrimination. Well, he saw it real good today.
Did he tell you what happened?
There you go.
What a horrible experience.
Worst.
That's what your daddy said. I'm sorry, dear.
I never want to go through that again.
I don't blame you. You shouldn't have to. It's
Look
despicable
at the
what
two
that guard
candles
did
back
to you
there,
and your
like
dad.
two
What that
towers.
guard did. I'm talking about Mr. Paranoia here.
What?
The man can't go anywhere without causing a scene.
What the hell are you talking about? That man was on me like I was a common thief.
He wasn't on you.
He wasn't on me.
Oh.
Huh? I turn left, Barney Fife turns left. I turn right, Barney Fife turns right. If I had stopped short, he'd have left skid marks right up my ass back.
Oh, man.
I
Slavery.
went back. I was there too. And all he did was check the merchandise. Give me one good reason why he would be following us.
I'll give you two. I'm black and you're black.
Of course. How can I forget? He followed us because we're black.
Well, can you think of another good reason, Goody? Am I walking around with a sign that says, "Follow me, I steal"?
No, but there are black men who do. And the man was just doing his job.
Interesting job. Harassing black people.
I know y'all rolls your eyes at that. If I know who actually, I know you rolled your eyes. That man said like, oh, but don't steal. Oh, but wait. they stole they stole artists from a whole nother That's a whole nother thing though. That's a whole nother thing.
What
Play
did he get promoted to? Grand Wizard?
Grand Wizard, you know, like
All
KKK.
he did was check us out, and then he left us alone.
And all I did was tell him to back off.
But back wasn't the exact word you used before the word off.
I just wanted to make sure he got the message. And I hope the message goes right up to Feynman himself.
Feynman? This happened at Feynman's? They're good friends of my parents.
Of course they are. You know what they would be. You know we be on them stores too.
I am so sorry about all of this, Ernest. I just wanted you to look at what your family and friends did.
Yeah, but why, Rose? He already ruined the family part of it.
Because you provoked an incident and I don't see it the way you do? When I'm alone in stores, I don't get followed.
You don't?
No.
Then I know what to get you for Christmas. A rear view mirror.
Goody, I have to go.
Where?
No place special. I have to run an errand, just check on something. I'll be back, okay?
What about the synagogue?
I'll be back.
She actually had a little more sense than him on here, sad enough. As it pertained to that.
Wait, Mom. I want your opinion.
No, you don't.
Getting dressed for synagogue.
Watch this.
Which tie looks more Jewish?
Goody, I have a feeling that they are not going to be looking at your time.
Marcus, I didn't know you were here.
Hi, Goody. Hello, Mrs. Cumberbatch.
Hello, Mark.
Man, have you seen
I thought
this
you came to borrow
fool?
one of my Black History books. What are you doing with all those?
I only have one. And your father tells me, hey, kid, take the whole set.
Why?
Beats me, Goody. I heard him tell your mom he wouldn't eat them unless they decided to have a black child.
Marcus,
Try to disown him.
enjoy the one you came for.
Thanks.
What right do you have giving Marcus my Black History books? Maybe you'd like to take everything out of my room.
I can think of about 165 pounds I'd like to get rid of right now.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Okay. I think we can solve that big argument you two are having.
Hey,
Okay, you say the security guard followed you. You say he didn't, right?
hey, I was there.
I was there too.
You trying to say I'm blind?
The guy was just
How come he wasn't following me? I was.
Okay, you say the guy was all over you. You say he wasn't. There's a very easy way to find out. Pictures don't lie.
When you figure out what the hell she's talking about, come and get me.
I told you my parents know the Feynmans. They loaned me the video surveillance tape. That is, if you want to know what really happened.
Tape.
Let's go downstairs and see the tape, Ernest.
No.
Goodie's willing.
Rose, are you sure he's our son? Are you sure? He wasn't switched at birth.
Happened at home. You were there.
Is it too late to switch him now?
You are the one who told him he could be anything he wanted to be, Ernest.
I say a lot of things.
You taught him to be independent, outspoken, and to always believe in himself.
This is a partnership, Rose. Why the hell didn't you stop me?
What are you talking about, Ernest? He's you all over. Stubborn, unreasonable, and impossible. The only difference is the way he thinks.
The boy doesn't think, Rose. His daddy says ABC. He says XYZ. When he was 5 years old, I bought him a bike. He wants a scooter. I buy him a dog. He wants a cat. We name him after Thurgood Marshall. He turns into Clarence Thomas.
Ernest, we are never going to settle this unless we go down and watch the tape.
You go watch it.
The tape.
I know what's on it. Where you going?
To watch the tape.
Rose, the only reason you could possibly want to watch that tape is because you doubt me.
It's just that when you get upset,
Rose, you know what your problem is? You don't see prejudice because you're blind to it.
not so, Ernest.
How old were you before you found out why your family had so many picnics?
Oh, Ernest.
Huh? You were 12 years old before they told you it's because they didn't allow black folks in restaurants.
That is ancient history.
Walk with me, Rose. Walk with me to yesterday. We were in the drugstore. You wanted to buy some Kleenex. A blonde sales lady about up to here. Face full of teeth, parted in the middle. Looked right through you as if you weren't there. And walked 10 feet over to wait on 2 white schoolgirls.
Maybe they needed more help.
Of course they did, Rose. They couldn't decide what color condoms to buy. Now tell me you didn't see that.
All right. You made your point. I don't see everything that goes on out there because I don't want to. More important to me is to keep a peaceful head. There is no way of trying to enjoy any part of this life without a peaceful head. Now that explains your wife. If you want your son explained, you're going to have to go downstairs right now and look at that tape.
I don't know. Maybe it was a mistake to get that tape.
I'm glad you did. He'll finally see himself the way the rest of the world sees him. He may learn a lesson.
Unless you were wrong, Goody.
Wrong? What do you mean?
Oh, right. I know. How could you be wrong? Men are never wrong. I told your mother we had a lot in common.
All right, let's get this over with.
Right away, Mr. Cumberbatch. We already put the tape in.
I'll do it. Goody, you sit over here. I want you to see this real good.
Here you go.
There he is, in the raincoat, my favorite jackass. White folks come in, he sees no evil, hears no evil. Here comes evil. Boy, are we dangerous.
Ernest, the camera does make you look 15 pounds heavier, doesn't it?
Now, see there? Paranoid, am I?
Like I said, he's checking the merchandise.
Checking the merchandise, my foot.
Checking the merchandise might took us.
There, now you want me to back it up so you can see it again and run it in slow-mo? Huh?
Oh, girl even got it wrong. This so good. Really good.
Look there. Ask yourself, why isn't he following me?
Oh, you wouldn't see him if he did follow you.
Look at your body language. Nothing but rage. You were in a rage when you walked into the store.
I was with you.
What is the one with a baby stroller doing in a...
Look
Did
at
you see
that.
that? Did you see that?
9/11
Ray Charles,
on the
wanna see
town.
that?
I know y'all see it.
All right, watch the woman.
Yeah. The security guard would have seen it if he hadn't been so busy.
Look what that
tailgating
lady
me.
was,
We
too.
wouldn't have been tailgating you if you weren't doing your imitation of the fugitive.
I knew that part on
I'm sorry,
Boomerang.
guys, but it takes 2 to tango.
That
Black
man
man
was looking
walks
at
into
them.
a store looking angry. That triggers fear in white people.
They'd have followed me if I'd have walked in singing "We Are the World" looking for a hug.
I know y'all heard that.
Maybe they are a little more suspicious.
A little more.
They're on edge and they're scared.
Oh, poor babies.
Black people are responsible for a lot of violence.
A small number of black people. Why do all of us have to pay for it?
Pop, I'm not saying racism doesn't exist.
Oh, well, thank you very much for that.
Look, I saw the man follow you. But that shows his ignorance. We can't let ourselves be reduced to his level.
Goody, this issue is about discrimination, and no matter how we act, that is never going to go away.
Okay. But we can't let it
When they
defeat
suit
us.
up
The day we
people
get
down
past it, we won't care what they
in
think
the
anymore.
cups, yeah.
Come here, Pop. Look at this.
Yeah. Look at that whip. I bet you ran up a
They know
line,
what they
Bill.
did. That's why they do.
The guy was scared to death, and it didn't start with that confrontation. Well, I've seen enough.
No, wait. What are you doing there?
I was talking to the man.
No, I can see you talking to him, but what are you doing when you're doing all of this?
I was trying to explain. I didn't want that man to think that...
That what? That I didn't really come there to steal? Ain't this a bitch?
Come on, Shell.
Well,
Come on, girl.
I'm saying on there.
You were apologizing for me.
Pop.
Weren't you?
No! How could you think that? The man was wrong. Okay? I wanted him to understand your rage, to know that there was more to you than that.
That's an apology, son.
No! Pop, look, I'm glad I inherited your passion, bits of your personality. But I'm not taking on your misdirected anger. That racial chip on your shoulder went out with afros and bell bottoms.
And what about loyalty, son? When did that go out?
You don't understand, Pop. African Americans can't keep on the way we're going. We can't look to be made whole. We have to do that for ourselves.
You're talking theory, Goody. This is about feelings. From where I stand, you sold me out. Now, how are you going to reconcile all your theories with that? Think about it, son. Think about it.
Yep. Read them names. Yep. That's another the 704 houses. That's wild, boy. That boy was so confused, boy. I mean, he literally says the talking point that we hear now is, but he's saying it against his own. Yeah, that's if we as a people, as a tribe, what you need to do, which is turn fully and truly to the Most High and follow Him. Absolutely, yes, indeed. At the same time, there's still a bunch of laws of the book trying to hold now from doing the certain stuff that he keeps saying you can just do. Not say it like that. And they got to pay what they owe. And it's not just me. Oh, there was a lot of people stole. Since some of them people do know Torah, like they mentioned, they would know. In the Torah states, if you steal a man, you're supposed to be put to death. That's what it says. That's what it says. It's in Exodus. I believe it's in Exodus. So while that dude's sitting in there, while that dude's in there about thinking the quote unquote man was gonna steal something, the quote unquote lady came in and stole something. At the same, so it's like some of them ancestors stole people, split up families, and then let's say families made it. Let's say families made it all the way across and didn't. Let's say they made it. They then split them up again. They then broke them up, and like the part he was talking about earlier, the man would have ran up so quick, he would have ran up his buddy. He didn't go ahead and say ran up his. He didn't say he say what he was gonna say. But come on, man. Come on. That's what they do. But they won't tell us, don't say that. They want to be quiet. Don't talk about that. But you talk about it and laugh about it behind the scenes and laugh about it and put it in the show and say, oh, yeah, y'all never did. Nah, you couldn't be that. And start laughing. But, oh, no, don't talk about it. No, you gonna hear it. You're going to hear it. You see it. You're watching it right now. You see it. No, that's what y'all folk put out right there. That ain't what we put out. We just show what you put it. No, don't get about me. I'm just playing something that they put out. We're gonna say, oh, he said somebody else. No, y'all put that right there. Y'all on. We told you what Norman, what he was. No, take that up with him. That stuff ain't funny. That's to y'all. That ain't funny. Oh, the similarity. Similarity what? Similarity what? What? Where? Y'all tell us, remember this. Oh, but we ain't supposed to remember. No, y'all, no. Y'all remember that. Shut up. Shut it up. Zip it. Some people say that. Zip it. Shut your pothole. You know, people say something like that. Shut your pot. Shut it up. That. Shut up and dribble. All right. Nah, don't talk about that. Don't show that. No, we you what y'all saying. You say much to if that's all I was is hey what it was y'all put out there. That's it. Hey, we got evidence against this evidence against you. We got evidence you. I mean, we done went over a number of shows. This is the third episode on one show. We went across a number of shows. This is the fourth part. We ain't even done. We ain't even done. Right. And they got the audacity to tell us to not say nothing. But you done said about yourself. About yourself. You want to dry sneeze on yourself all over the place. Like I don't rather be dry sneeze. You done dry sneeze on yourself with the shoes. And you laughed and you thought we was stupid. Oh, but there's a day of reckoning. Oh, there's a day of vengeance of our God. Oh, like the title of this discussion, Times of Revelation. There's nothing that won't be revealed. And really, y'all had it right out there. Was hidden in plain sight. Matter of fact, was that part of the title too? That may be. It's hidden in plain sight. It was right there. And this was a hidden show, but you know, the Lord is so gracious. He responds. That's what he does. His light exposes the darkness. Oh, and y'all done put out a whole lot of mess. Oh, but the darkness can't comprehend the light. Yep, it's now as the true light now shining. Jesus is the true light. Y'all love to try to make fun of him as much as y'all love to say crazy stuff. God said he not mocked. God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man soweth, the same shall he reap. Believe that. Don't talk about the more they say don't talk about it, the more it's gonna get talked. Huh? Yeah. When you trying to say don't talk about, what are you trying to cover up? What are you trying to hide? But you can't run, you can't hide. There's no need to try. You don't know when or how he's coming. You just can't get by. Let me tell. Hey, let me tell him. Woo. What you hear? Say, tell it from the rooftop. Oh, a city set on the hill. Oh, you can't. Oh, you can't. Out of the city set on the hill. Boy, you got that like, boy, you don't put it on no bushel, boy, on the camp. Boy, you set it on right there. It can be seen. Oh, the Lord, he gonna intervene. Oh, you better know it. Oh, boy, it's gonna be your last scene. Oh, he coming to see about you. He coming to see about you. Coming, you know they talk about balance the pussy, balancing the pussy. Coming to see about you, boy. Oh, he coming to see about you. Oh boy. Oh. Oh yes he is. Yes he is. Yes he is. Coming to see, boy. He ain't playing no games. He ain't playing no games. All that laugh, he ain't finna have no. He ain't finna have that. Except like it say, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. Right? He have his enemies in derision. Oh, they like when he was talking about on there that yeah. Cause look, they know you reap what you. They know. They know. They know. You want to do the run on them? You do the run on them. They know. Right, when they put them little when they try to set sides against you, must be two sides. Right, right, do the run on them. Hey, they know. They know. They know. That touristic. Oh, it's coming to us. It's coming to us. It's still face near you. Kind of about like the New World Encyclopedia. Oh, they threw that the New World. That's old word. That ain't new. Y'all trying to do a Genesis 11. But for some reason, you don't pay attention to the fact that the Most High judges. Oh, you don't pay attention to the fact he judges. And he judges righteously. You better go read Isaiah 63. Oh, he was clad with zeal as a cloak. He had the garments of vengeance on. He talked about when he came. The Lord Jesus Christ talked about when he came. He said, he talked about the zeal of thy house had eat me up. That was talking about, Psalm 69, that was talking about him. Said my father's house a house of prayer. Don't make it a den of thieves. It's the den of thieves. It's a house of prayer for nations. It's the den of thieves. But those thieves that went and took the real people and try to act like they was the real people. Oh, they definitely identified. Oh, he that leadeth in the captivity shall go in the captives. Oh, though they live by the sword, oh, they'll die by the sword. Oh, man. And even like, wicked Cheddar, it said, the mothership can't save you. Like we said, you can't. ship can't save her either. Better come up out of there. Come up out of my come up out of, you don't share in this ends. Don't be out there with the ones, Tyrone. See how they push them free songs? That's all they want to do. That's all they want to do. Find one that'll push them free songs, that'll push. Getting his vague beliefs and all that. Oh, man. They make sure that thing sell. They will make sure that thing sell. That's why these stuffs look like that. Being a witch. Said it. Just like he told us, and he said he sold them. They sold the boy for all. I mean, dude. It's just ridiculous. This isn't even the last one. This the last one for this show. This ain't the last part. And this is part 4. And we still got more part. Y'all, we're not even showing just clips. We're showing whole episodes where they're just, because even off of certain shows, they have an entire premise that shows you. If you're paying attention to it, you see it off of the premise of this. This show had the premise of it was like, yeah, we're going to put this in your face on just about every episode. And it wasn't even that many. We gave you half of it. So, and that one season and it got canceled. Who knows what else they would do in that show if it would have lasted more than 6 episodes. Boy. But over here, you know, we like to do stuff, and over here, so we do stuff like this. Movie night, the show night where we show stuff like this. Yeah. I mean, it's in movies, it's in music, it's in TV shows. Don't know the next time we'll do a Songwriter Secret one, but that may be, we'll see. But this one, it was time to do this. But that one almost make you sick to the stomach. It's like, wow. The audacity. The audacity. Like they would say, the unmitigated gall. Yeah, if you need to get in contact with us here at Yes Ministries, Salvation and Glory Ministries, email us at pat_Randolph6@yahoo.com. You can leave a comment on this Facebook page. You can go to the Instagram, Joshua TOD Restored. You can go to Twitter. Yah remembers. Yes, he does. He remembers. The book in the Bible called Zechariah. That's Yah has remembered. Yahoo has remembered, right? Zechariah. The word for remembrance. Remember. So, So with that, there's a book of remembrance mentioned in Malach, which is the book right after Zechariah, it's the last book of the Old Malach. So I mean, if you look at it, the Lamb book of hey, for me, you gonna be remember everybody that ain't in that. They forgot. They thrown in the lake of. They thrown in the lake of. You're done, son. Like this, but like, and also the blog, Quickening Words, the numeral 2, YOU.wordpress.com. That's Quickening Words, the numeral 2, YOU.wordpress.com. On that note, till next time.